You guys are on, by the way.
All right. Hey, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. He's Drew Martin. I'm Peter Loshak. This is the daily show that we do every day at 10:30 Eastern Time. Drew Martin, it's great to have you here. I don't feel that lost in baseball, but I've just had, like yesterday I wound up giving 12 picks, including 2 on Twitter, and I wound up going 6-6, but you know, losing a unit because of the juice. But like, I should have just, I mean, first, okay, I had low hanging fruit with Arizona, which lost, but I'm okay with that because of the low line. Then, then on Twitter, I was like, all right, it's Bartolo Colon Day. I have to give at very least the San Diego team total over. That one cashed. Then I also threw on the Dodgers second half with loss, so I might as well just have not posted that. And then the Milwaukee game, I got screwed because Santiago wasn't in, and also Anderson got taken out in the first inning. So, you know, it's just overall, it just ain't easy. I had a good call with the Yankees. I had a good call with the Washington game, but it ain't easy to beat these lines, Drew Martin.
Not at all, man. I was involved in that Padres game too. It's fade Cologne, and I recommend it for everybody going forward. How many more starts you think we'll get from him?
I don't know, probably 0. But, you know, it's definitely I need all the units I can get, and I should have just stuck with the damn low-hanging fruit. But that's all right. Hopefully I'll have some winners today, Drew Martin. I'm going to try to pick it up one way or the other. It's damn good to have you here because you can maybe talk me off or talk me on to something. And, of course, we have we have all of our commenters who are awesome and post funny comments and also great advice. Wang Zhou says, what happened low-hanging fruit? Well, yesterday I had Arizona -1. And the only, again, the main thing with all these lines is just the odds you're getting, right? Yesterday, if it had been Arizona -160, I wouldn't have taken it, but it was like -127. So, and they only lost by 1. So arguably it wasn't a bad pick. All right. Okay.
Yeah. What'd you see? Going against Wainwright?
Yeah, going against Wainwright. All right. But I did have a bunch of, look, in general, we're giving good advice, which combined with our commenters' advice, and of course, combined with yours, means that it's still a very valuable show. And I nailed, obviously, Lackey was an auto fade yesterday as well, which I had a good call on. So
that was a good one, yeah.
Yeah, and I just, I guess my one bad call yesterday was that I expected, I liked the over in the Cubs-Mets game, and of course, Locke got shelled, which I guess I should have just taken the Cubs, the Mets team total over. I thought Matz was a little bit vulnerable, but he was awesome.
He was, and fade Jeff Locke in full effect yesterday. I love these comments. These guys
they're great.
Rich Banks,
oh, they're
Jim
awesome.
Beam.
Oh, they're awesome. They're awesome. All right, Drew Martin. Let's get into today's card. Wang Zhou says, I need Skyjack to reach hanging fruit now. Yes. All right, let's get into the card today, Drew Martin. Let's get to Drew Martin. Okay. Here we go. The first thing, a bunch of things have caught my eye. Drew Martin. Okay. First thing is Andrew Cashner is starting right now. He is a guy who I have my eye on as a guy who I want to fade. You know, most starts, but he has gotten some decent results. Now, my question is Cashner one of these guys who has bad peripherals, but it gets much better than expected results anyway, or has he just gotten lucky and he's due for a shelling? Because if he is due for a shelling, today is when it's probably going to happen against Cleveland. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, and the Indians just put up, you know, some runs against Darvish.
Yes.
So I think they're going to have a lot of success today.
They've got to, right?
But what you're paying for it with -260 right now, that's ridiculous.
But we are not going to be taking the -260. What we're going to be doing is taking the team total over, which is still a little bit up there, but hopefully Cashner will just get shelled. 5.5 -122 at Pinnacle right now, which is a little bit up there, but I'm thinking that this might be just a shelling for Cashner here, and I will take as my first pick of the day, the 12 o'clock game, Cleveland Indians team total over 5.5 -122. Although I have gotten burned fading Cashner a few times this year. Hopefully it won't happen again. But Colby Aaron Valentine says he likes Indians -4. LOL. Yeah, everyone's slamming me. Hako Schofield says, fruit's been too high on tree. Yes, absolutely. Lou Skunt says, how the fuck does Cashner have a 3.5 ERA? Well, that's the question. Has he gotten lucky, or is there some skill to his ability to prevent runs despite the fact that his peripherals are not good? His stuff is down, but we've seen, you know, pitchers in baseball at times, achieve good results with diminished stuff. And maybe Cashner's one of those guys.
Yeah, and Pete, and just looking up his splits, looks like in day splits, his whip is 0.5 less. So for whatever reason, he seems to be having it going on in the daytime.
Okay, I'm going to Okay. Milo Georgiev says, I gave you the Yankees, the Twins, and told you to repeat your bet on Kansas City Royals. Win. Yes, nice calls, Milo Georgiev. KC, of course, I did have a winner actually yesterday with KC on the second half, and I think I might do that again here. That's another interesting game, and I'm leaning in the KC-Detroit game. I'm leaning under, and I'm leaning KC on the second half. Once again, of course, Detroit has a terrible bullpen. We know that, right?
Yeah.
There was a major.
And you know, their offense, well, especially at home, it seems, I know they're not there now, but that's when I looked at Bet13 totals over. They seem that their hard hit rate is a lot higher at home. Something
Detroit.
to take home, yes.
Yes, they do hit better at home, which makes me nervous. But I'm leaning to the under on this one. And I remember, if you remember, I said maybe taking KC in both in all three of these games on the second half. I took them on the first game, it pushed. Took them on the second game yesterday, and it cashed. And today it's plus 105. What do you think? Should take it again, maybe? Why not?
Yeah, let it roll, bro. Let it roll.
Drew's just laughing at me. He's like, what do I care? It's not my public reputation that's on the line here. If you're gonna ask me, should you do something? Yeah, do it. Sure. Yeah, fuck it. Right, Drew Martin?
Grab a beer and let it roll, bro.
Sure. You know, I mean, if I lose, does that affect your reputation? No, not at all.
A little bit if you're sitting next to me.
No,
I mean,
it does. I hear you, Drew Martin.
You are who you associate with, I guess.
I guess. All right. So what I'm going to do is, all right, I've already given Cleveland on the team total over. And look, the one thing about me, Drew Martin, that is, this is legit true. My sides historically have been horrifically bad this year. Same deal. Totals, though, I'm good in all sports.
Totals Loshak.
54% roughly, which, as you know, is an incredibly good percentage.
Absolutely.
Over. Yes. This year in baseball, I'm about 53.5, which is still fine. And it's just that the totals are every total is, you know, there's some totals where it's like, obviously, is a good play, but most totals are very cutting it close, even with your analysis. You know, you're looking at this total, you're like, well, I like the under. I think it's a 55% play, you know. So I am going to take the under here. Fulmer has actually been doing pretty okay recently, if you noticed, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's a high ceiling guy. I like betting on Fulmer.
And also, over his last 9 starts, do you know how many home runs Fulmer's given up? Just guess. Just pull a number out your ass. What?
Wait. How many
out of his last 9 starts, how many homers has he given up?
5.
The correct answer is 0, Drew Martin.
Right? That's a
that
bet
was
on.
Pretty impressive. Exactly. No.
Now I'm looking dumb.
That was the point is that Fulmer is definitely doing pretty well, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm going to take the under. I'm actually liking this one a good amount as totals go. So I'm going to give the under in KC and Detroit 9.5 minus 103. And for KC on the second half, I will take Drew. I'll take Drew's advice that is based on zero concern for my well-being and just concern for having a good time and saying what the fuck. And I will take KC on the second half of plus 105 as well, Drew Martin.
All right. I mean, their bullpen has been pitching a lot better.
Yes.
So I'm on that.
And the Tigers have a bad, and you're getting some plus money there at the second half. So I've got 3 picks already in the early games. Cleveland team total over 5.5 minus 122 at Pinnacle. I would also be leaning the over in that one. The issue here is Kluber. Now let me, the wind is blowing out. When you see a guy, Kluber's obviously been awesome, right? Flat out awesome. Last time his last start, he had an awesome start, and they lost anyway as a huge favorite. Now, is a guy like Kluber affected by weather or not really?
Yeah, I wouldn't. No, yeah.
Everybody is, yes.
No different than anybody else.
Absolutely. So I would be leaning over on that one as well on just the full game over at 9.5. And you know what? I'll throw that one on as well, the Greek. Over 9.5, just on the full game, over 9.5, at minus 110 at the Greek and a few other places. All right, so that's 4 picks I'm given. All right, Drew Martin. We're going to get to the comments in a second. We'll get to your thoughts on some of these games as well. Another one I'm thinking about, Drew Martin, is okay. Well, let's get quickly to the St. Louis Arizona game. You got 2 absolute tomato cans going here, right? Lynn has been getting lit the F up.
All right, and Corbin, I know his splits. I just don't know it off the top of my head. Is he better at home or better away? I know it's a big split.
Is it a big split with Corbin?
It's huge, yeah.
It's at home where he definitely gets crushed. But I have him. I don't have his splits on me offhand, but I have him as just a guy who's likely to get hit in all areas. He did have 2 starts recently that were good, but they were both against Philly, right? So you can throw
yeah,
that one up.
I wouldn't count those too much.
Other than that, other than those two starts, he's been absolutely getting crushed. Now, one thing I have in my notes here, I got to check these lineups because yesterday I got screwed with Milwaukee with Santiago being out. Santiago is one of Milwaukee's new hitters that's doing quite well. You know, I took Santiago.
Yeah,
yesterday.
that guy's money.
Yeah, I took
get him on your fantasy team.
Yes, I took Milwaukee on the team total over yesterday, and on the -1 line. Obviously, Anderson going down was bad, but then, you know, before even the game started, I knew things were going wrong because come to find out, Santiago City. I'm like, great. Got
to check those lineups, Pete.
Yeah, I know, but see, I do, Drew Martin. I do check these damn lineups. But look, here we go. Here we are. Lineups. Right. Look, as we sit here for this show, the two early games have the lineups announced. The other ones, lineup pending. St. Louis, Arizona. Lineups pending. You know. Yeah. So I try to get the lineup information as early as I can, but at this point when we do it at 10:30 Eastern time, the early games have lineup, and some of them, the super early games have lineup information, but even the midday games don't. Like St. Louis, Arizona, what I'm seeing right now, no lineup information. So
Pete, let me get back to Corbin. He's had 9 games at home, 6 games away, and his OPS is 250 points higher away.
Okay, so he's worse away. Okay.
So he's by far better at home. It's the opposite of what you would think.
I still have I was not quite aware of that, although I still see him as a guy who's just a vulnerable in all ways, shapes, and forms right now. So I would be leaning over on that one. And I don't know. Do you think that so he's better at home? Yeah, I was also thinking about in my notes here Arizona team total over, and once again Arizona -1. Even though I've gotten a little bit burned recently taking these Arizona home lines. Let me check the team total over here for a second with Arizona. Just give me 1 second. It'd be 5 -114. Feels like Lynn's just in for a shelling, right? What do you think?
I haven't been involved with Lynn much. I'm not looking to bet on him. I mean, Corbin hasn't been good at home either. Maybe that over game total might.
Right, or the first 5 innings over might be even better. I'm going to take a lot of first 5 innings over totals, although I got burned on that one yesterday, also with the Mets Marlins game. All right, I'm going to think about that one for a second. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to think about it.
Who's the ump? Do you know?
No, I do not have the umpire data here right now. That is also pending. Okay, and then another one that's caught my eye that I was thinking about. Also thinking about the over in Minnesota, Boston. Gibson is very, very vulnerable, and Price has settled into a groove where he's not really lights out. Right, he gives you about 6 innings a start, 3 runs a start. It looks like might be the new normal, at least for the short term with Price. So I'll start out by definitely giving that one as a team total. As a first 5 innings over, 5.5 -112 at Pinnacle. You might get that one all by yourself, Boston might be able to get that one all by themselves, and hopefully a Price will give up a couple here and there as well. What do you think about that one?
I like the over in that one again.
Yes.
I mean, I think that Minnesota can put up some runs against Price, and Gibson, I'm not looking to bet on him. So two over candidates right there. And just to backtrack a little bit, looks like Holmberg's the ump in Arizona. He's a little bit of an over ump with the numbers I have.
Okay. All right. So I will hold off on that one for now. Revisit it later, but I will definitely give the first 5 innings over on the Minnesota Boston game at 5.5 -112, and I'd also be leaning to the over 10 as well. The only issue there is that Boston does have a good bullpen, right?
Yeah, they do.
What the hell are you laughing at?
We got to give a shout out to Lou Skunt.
Okay.
Drew is on Costa Rican Tinder. I wasn't. I was actually checking the umpire stats, but I've heard Tinder is pretty good in Costa Rica.
I don't know.
By the way, if you can, I know it's hard, but when you're pronouncing his name, I try to do it myself. Try to put like a big pause between it. Like I pronounce it Lou Skunt. Try if you can, try not to just say Lou Skunt. Okay.
Okay. I know
it's
like
hard.
Lou Skunt.
I mean, you can say whatever you want. It's just we want to keep this show out of the gutter, but we have to. That's his name, so we have to say it.
It's a wonderful name.
It is. It's a funny name. When I pronounce it, I try to say Lou Skunt. Right. So that's what I try to do. All right. Okay. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Drew Martin. What else is caught? All right, so I'm definitely going to be on a Minnesota Boston first 5 innings over 5.5, and I'll probably wind up throwing the full game over on that one as well. Drew Martin, some other interesting situations, and another one I did. I got under 8.5 in Archer and Tyone in the Tampa Bay Pittsburgh game. It's now down to 8, and it's a little bit weird to me that Pittsburgh is a home dog, right? I see this series as vaguely coin flippy. Tyone is excellent, I think. Archer is good, but not lights out. He gets his strikeouts, but also gives up runs. What do you think about the under at 8? And what about Pittsburgh as a home dog?
Well, I mean, I like it at 8.5, 8. You know, we start to get a little bit low, but it's just interesting for me to see Archer at this price. You know, I don't know if we've seen him much under -130 at all this year. And Taillon for sure bet on for me. I like Taillon a lot. I've been on him a couple times.
Yeah.
Also Archer, but you got to pay for him. I like your under pick there a lot. That's the way I would go.
Yeah.
And as far as other things I'm looking at, we got Urena going for Miami. He's bet on for me, -126 right now. What do you think about Lugo? Do you have anything on him?
It's an interesting guy. He his first start back from the DL was great. His next 2 starts were a little bit shaky, but last year overall his numbers were good. What he did last year was excellent. I would probably be leaning Mets in this one as an underdog though. You like Urena? I mean, yes, he has.
Yes, absolutely.
He has some good home starts for sure.
High ceiling guy, throws hard. You know, the Caribbean type guy. Little what's the word? Effectively wild. I like that.
Right.
And we also got a big under there, 7% towards the under over the last 5 years. So look towards the under in Miami, New York Mets. Although the Mets have been an over team.
So. A huge over team, yeah. Although Miami's offense has stalled out. I don't know if you have anything to say about that one, but is that fluky or is that something that's going to be because they've stalled out?
I think that's fluky. I like their lineup a lot. You know, it's as we've noticed in the market, the Marlins have been getting bet huge. You know, there's a couple big groups out there that are on this Marlins team and have been losing a lot of money doing it. But something to definitely take note of.
No, the under on that one is definitely intriguing at 9.5. I'm going to hold off on that one, but it's definitely intriguing. And let's see what else. And then we have another Cubs-Washington game. Again, I think I'm leaning the over in this one at just 9. Lester against Ross. Lester is the thing is that Ross is so up and down. It's basically like if you think Ross is going to get hit, take the over. If you think Ross is going to be great, take Washington. He's one of these guys who's like either 3 innings and 7 runs or 7 innings and 1 run.
Yeah, I haven't figured him out much at all. Yeah. We got Cynthia big in the chat box. I think we're supposed to talk. People asking who Cynthia is. Matt, you want to answer that?
You guys are ready for questions, so
yeah.
You're ready, let me know.
Okay.
Well, we'll keep going on baseball.
Also, can you guys hear me on the thing? Because I don't know if this microphone has any batteries.
Can we hear Matt on the microphone? And also August 4th and 5th, the IFBC. Check it out, ifbc.live.
Yes. It seems that some people might have gotten a little confused yesterday when I was talking about this on the show. So I want to clarify.
Yes, clarify.
If anybody can hear me, of course. The bet points contest for July, which again I'll be linking in the description after the show, and it's linked yesterday. Only there are we offering the 5 tickets for airfare and hotel. All the other tickets you're gonna have to get yourself down here, but we'll put you up.
Right.
But those are the only 5 tickets. So for everybody who thinks that everybody gets that, I thought I explained it yesterday, but apparently maybe not. So just wanted to clarify that for everybody.
Wait, but the people who buy their tickets also they do get a free room?
Yeah, we'll put you up, and we're not flying everybody down.
Right.
5 people from the July bet points.
Right.
Contest.
That's still pretty impressive.
Damn. Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
I thought I explained that, but apparently it was a little hazy.
Yeah. The thing that really impresses me is that they're going to have to buy the tickets since they don't know who the winners are going to be. They're going to have to buy the tickets like the week before, and as we all know, that's when the prices are most expensive for the plane tickets, right?
That's a good point.
They tend to go down. That's kind of usually when I buy mine.
Really?
Yeah, I wait until about 3 or 4 days before I have to go.
Really? Okay. I thought
don't tell anybody that.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Also depends where you're flying out of, man. Costa Rica to Fort Lauderdale is like 200, but Costa Rica to Atlanta is like 800.
Or if Guangzhou wins, China to Costa Rica is quite a pretty penny.
Oh no, I didn't even think about that.
$530, yeah, and to go to Atlanta is like $900.
Yes.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And then I got a $371 ticket to Newark in September.
All right, sounds good. So the point is that there is a big conference. If you want to be part of it, it's What is it?
IFBC, International Football Betting Conference, and check it out, ifbc.live.
And the top 5 finishers in the July Bet Points contest will get a free ticket to this thing.
Maybe we'll even do a 15 days. For 15 days, we'll give out one. I don't know. We're having fun with this.
Yes.
It's like we got all these, like,
absolutely.
It's like I feel like Willy Wonka. We feel like Willy Wonka. We got these little golden tickets, and we can have a little fun.
Yes.
We gave a few out last night on the Late Night on Campus show. So, keep tuning in, guys, because I don't know. We'll give one out today.
Okay, sounds great. Juan White says, "LOL, Spirit." Yes, if Spirit has a ticket from where,
he's the only one I actually already told.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give him a ticket.
Yeah.
Out of my own little.
I mean that I'm gonna
that I can give away. So.
I'm going to go to the higher ups here, and I'm going to advise if Spirit has a flight from where you are to Costa Rica, that's what you're getting.
No, we like our viewers. We don't want
right. Yes,
Spirit.
that's right. That's
Spirit's pretty awful.
No, we're going to send you guys on motherfucking United or Delta. What's the best one? American Airlines. Baby.
Delta's nice. Yeah.
Delta.
Pretty much anything
All
but
right.
Spirit's
Okay.
doable.
I like JetBlue.
Yeah, JetBlue's money.
Nice.
Okay, so let's get that. Can we get back to baseball, or
yeah, we got some Chinese numbers.
Yeah, that's what.
Who is that?
That Chinese number. Welcome, Drew Martin. Martin, meet Wang Zhou. He is our #1 poster, straight from China, a legitimate Chinese guy, a bit of a poet with the English language, and just great comments all around. Every other comment he makes is classic, and including this one. Wang Zhou says, "I cannot get visa to the USA." God damn it!
Is that part of the travel ban or something?
Well, yeah, I don't know what the deal is with there, but Wang Zhou apparently will not be able to get a visa. But yes, Drew Martin, if you're going to be sitting in on this show regularly, you must know. First thing you have to know about is this man Wang Zhou. Pitt is running out of gas now was a comment there. We all love him. He makes great comments, and he also has a peculiar bias against, as he puts it, Asian-faced pitchers. He believes that all Asian-faced pitchers should be faded in the major league, which makes no sense to me.
Why?
But I don't know.
What's behind that?
I think just
Racism,
internalized racism. Yeah. Yes, internalized self-hatred. Yeah. So, but anyway, all right. So let's get back to
self-hatred. That was hilarious.
Yes, internalized. Yes, absolutely. Wang Zhou. All right. Let's see. That's a very common thing in humanity. All right. So let's get back to. Are there any other games that you want to bring to our attention, Drew Martin?
Yeah. What Logan Mann is bringing up. Love Milwaukee. So are we fading Homer Bailey?
His first start back was horrifically awful. Is that what we expect going forward? I was thinking about maybe a shot with Milwaukee -1. I was just like feeling weird about it because I got burned yesterday doing that. But maybe.
Well, why do the -1?
Yesterday or today?
Yeah. Why?
I mean, do the run line.
Well, they're just -110 on the 5 inning, and
because if you do -1, you're getting some plus money there, right? I mean, the run line for Milwaukee is not that big. It's like plus 144. All right, okay.
No, I don't know. I guess they are the away team. I guess you could.
I like to take those minus. It's basically the same thing, but it's something that I like to. But you're expecting Bailey to get hit again, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I don't see why not. I like the Milwaukee lineup. I guess we got to wait for the lineups to be set because this is a getaway day for both teams.
Yes,
right?
yes. And what's your take on Nelson? I mean, he's obviously
I like Nelson.
Excellent.
Yeah. He went to Alabama in college, toured up there. Then he had a rough start and put in some pitches last year. Has really honed it in the offseason and been money this year. So yeah, Nelson's definitely bet on for me.
Okay, and you expect that? I mean, it's a little bit of a tough assignment here against against Cincinnati with some of those nice bats. You think he's likely to still have a good start? It might be a down spot for him.
Yeah, in Milwaukee, their top 3 pitchers from the bullpen. Something that I like to look at is see how available they're going to be.
Right.
And 2 of them got work yesterday, and the other guy had a lot of pitches 3 days ago. So I would advise taking Milwaukee on the first 5 rather than the full game.
Okay.
But we got Jim Beam, Homer Bailey, ERA 43.20 for Homer Bailey.
Jim Beam is also another one of our classic posters who posts funny shit all the time. And
keep in mind he only pitched 1.2 innings, right?
Right.
It was a little bit blown up.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Let me see. Checking other. A lot of people talking back and forth. Okay. So other games. So all right. So let's recap. Texas Cleveland. I've given the over and the Cleveland team total over. KC Detroit. I've given the under and KC on the second half. St. Louis Arizona. I guess I'm going to. I don't know. Some of these day games, it's just the bats go quiet, even with bad starting and pitching. And the first 5 innings over would be 5.5. I guess I'm going to have to hold off on that one. And the team total for Arizona, let me just check that one, would be over 5 -114. Damn, that is tempting because of just how hittable Lynn has been.
Big man, what's up, dude? Hey, also want to give a shout out to Mark Lathrop on SBR Picks. He's on Milwaukee as well, -107. And he's on the over New York Yankees, Chicago White Sox, 10.5. Over in White Sox games, you're definitely rolling the dice. But.
Yeah, I mean, Shields obviously got absolutely shellacked in his last game, and Sessa is very, very hittable in general. But yeah, I think that the White Sox a little bit dicey. 10.5 is a little bit up there at 9. And I was thinking about that, but I think I'm gonna hold off on that one. I have to make a decision on this St. Louis Arizona game. Just what's going to happen to Lynn? I could take Arizona -1. I could take them on the team total over. Are their bets stalled out now?
I was looking at Matt. What team are you talking about?
He doesn't give a shit about my negative record in baseball here. It helped me out a little bit. All right.
I do.
No, I don't.
I'm thinking about taking Arizona -1 once again.
Oh, Cynthia's getting a lot of love.
Yeah, Cynthia's getting huge love. Cynthia, she's from
I know,
she's kind of Costa Rica.
I'm not going to give it up for her, though. I mean, maybe
should we not be talking about that on air?
I'll let her answer if she wants to.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to bet that Lance Lynn gets crushed and that Arizona comes back here. I'm going to take Arizona -1. I'll take the Greek line on the money line -117, and the run line part a pretty hefty line there at +165 at Intertop. So I'll take Intertop's line -1.5 +165, and Arizona the money line -117. Arizona -1 is going to be a play, and I'm going to double up. I'm going to take Arizona team total over 5 at -112. What do you think about that, Drew Martin?
I like it, man. Let it roll.
All right, let it roll. Let it roll. Cubs and Washington again leaning over here. It is just 9 -112. I could take at Pinnacle. Lester and Ross, thinking about that one. I guess I will hold off on that one for now. But that is very, very tempting. Let me just find my notes on that game because I wanted to take. I'll leave that one just as a lean. Cubs Washington over at 9. But that is definitely a lean for me for sure. Then Tampa Bay and Pittsburgh. I don't know. Taking Pittsburgh as a home dog. What do you think?
I like it. Ion on the hill.
Yeah. I'll leave that one as just a lean for now, +110. I'll hold off on that one, but that is definitely a lean. And then going on down the line, Minnesota and Boston. I have given the Minnesota-Boston first 5 innings over 5.5. And you know what? I'll also throw on the full game over on that one as well. What the hell? Over 10 -103. Over. What are you laughing at?
We got
comments here, right?
Cody Valentine saying I'm watching porn.
Sick of swiping. Yes, I hear you. I hear you on that one. All right, I guess that's going to be it for me and my picks.
So, are you involved in Milwaukee, Cincinnati?
I'm gonna hold off on that one.
Why?
What do you recommend? Well,
Fade Bailey.
Yeah. All right. Let me see let's see what the team total over is on Milwaukee. Oh yeah, 5 -111. 5 -111. Do you think Bailey's definitely going to be vulnerable here?
I mean, I'm putting my money on it.
Yeah.
You know, you're your own man, Pete.
Yes, I am my own man. The first 5 innings on that one, what would that one be? That would be -110.
Milwaukee's -110. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I will go on it. I'm going to take Milwaukee -1. I'm going to take the Pinnacle line is +100 on the money line, and then on the run line part, we'll take the Chris Books +144. Sure, I'll take that one. So some nice little plus money there on Milwaukee. Milwaukee -1, and I will also take, yes, I believe you on Bailey, and I will also take the Milwaukee team total over 5 -111. That is also a Pinnacle line. All right.
Boom.
I'm on
so
that.
you're on it.
There you
The
go.
whole
I'm on
crew's
it.
on it. Look at this. And we
absolutely.
got Milwaukee all in the chat box right now.
Right.
And guys, hey, thanks for watching. 125 viewers right now on
Yes,
YouTube. Please
very
give us a
nice.
thumbs
And that's
up if
just
you like the
live,
content.
and that's just live. Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thanks for all your thoughts and your comments.
Years on YouTube.
Yeah, so I've got a lot of picks going today. The Mets Miami under is interesting. I'm going to hold off on that one. San Diego at home again, is a team that has some value under the radar. I think I'm going to hold off on that one though, and definitely Pittsburgh as a home dog, and the Washington Cubs over at 9 are both very tempting to me. And let me just think for a second here. You know what? I will give the over in Cubs Washington game. I like that one. I'm going to take that one. Cubs and Washington over 9 -112. I'm throwing that one on there as well. Who cares? Throwing them all on there, Drew Martin. What do you think about what I'm doing here, Drew Martin?
Hey, let it roll. Let it roll.
Let it ride. Let it roll.
Get back in the positive.
Yes, absolutely. Drew Martin laughing at me. Okay, let's see. Let's get some other questions here. Guan White says you don't like Archer. No, it's not. It's not that I don't like Archer. It's that I like Tyon as much as I like Archer. And Archer gets a lot of strikeouts strikeouts, but he gives up a couple runs here and there, you know. And again, it's all about the line. And as a home dog at plus 110, which you can get, I think probably Pittsburgh has a little bit of value there. Milo Georgiev says Pirates plus 1.5 runs. Yes, that might be one. Okay, let me.
Brando saying watch Bailey throw a gem. We're putting it on a tee for him. This is going to be bad.
Okay, El Nino says Cubs will lose, dumbass. Okay, great. I didn't pick the Cubs to win. I picked the over, dumbass. Or maybe he wasn't referring to me, but all right, let's see. Let's see. Brando says, watch Bailey throw a gem. Entirely positive. Yeah. Okay, all right. Let's keep this together, guys. Lou Skunt says, what do you guys think about Atlanta against San Diego? I would be leaning San Diego.
I like San Diego. I was on them last night.
I was as well. That was a little bit different. That was Bartolo Colon Day. That was low-hanging fruit. And you can just go up there and pick it, right?
Yeah, but now we get Lamet. I mean, I like Lamet. He started off great, but also Garcia at the same time. I kind of like that coming from the left side. I don't know, Petco, fastball changeup.
Lamet, 17 in his last 2 starts, 17 strikeouts, 1 walk. Really getting it done in his last 2 starts. Yeah, Lamet. Look, you see Drew's face. I ain't lying, Drew. I ain't lying, Drew Martin. 17 strikeouts and one walk in his last 2 starts. Dinelson Lamet.
And going against the Freddie Freeman-less Atlanta Braves lineup.
You think I'm bullshitting you? I ain't bullshitting you on that one, Drew Martin.
I might like first 5 under for the.
Yeah, I'm not too much of a buyer on Garcia though, but yeah, I would actually be leaning over 8 on that game in general.
Take a little Donnie right-side advice. Maybe go Braves first 5 team total under.
Oh yeah, the first 5 innings team totals. Yeah, those are nice. I do play them sometimes with books that offer them, but yeah, I give them out as picks. Although probably I should. All right, and
what is the exchange rate, Rich? You were just all about the capital letters. You know, usually it's just because you're always very intense with your comments, but even the most mundane comments are still all capital.
Exchange rate in Costa Rica.
Very good. You'll be happy.
Okay, now we got 2 questions about 2 pretty important games. The first one, let's talk about the Oakland-Houston game. Mike Heap is saying, Pete, have you gone over my boy Brad Peacock yet? Strikeouts unreal coming off of paternity leave. Yes. Again, that game did not have an overnight line, so I didn't look at that one. Let's see what the line is here for Houston. Yeah, the problem is here. I'm telling you, man. Oakland has some youngsters in their lineup, and you look for this. You got to be aware of this all season long with all teams when they bring up youngsters who start to hit. Oakland has some youngsters in their lineup who are really getting productive, and they're challenging Houston in this series. Peacock is great, but at minus 200, I can't take that one. Come on, man.
Yeah, we got to be careful. After the Super 2 deadline, now people can bring up their prospects.
Yes.
Oakland's a prime candidate with that. And Oakland has a good bullpen. So watch out, pump the brakes.
Right. I mean,
I wouldn't just fade away on Oakland.
Right. Houston has a great bullpen, too, obviously. Yeah, Peacock is great, but at minus 200, I can't take it. I'm going to look at this one a little bit more deeply. But again, Oakland, they had a road sweep against, I forgot who they swept before this series. But yeah, they had a road sweep. Then they won their first game at Houston. Then yesterday's game was high scoring and close. They've got some guys in their lineup who are starting to hit, and some new guys, and those guys are definitely be aware of. And then the other game is everyone's talking about Toronto and Baltimore, and that's J.A. Happ against Ubaldo Jimenez. Jimenez is a weird guy. Obviously, he basically sucks, but he has some nice peripherals that are kind of intriguing. Only because every start out you're going to get a huge underdog line with him.
Yeah, right. I agree with everything you just said, and the only way I would look, and I haven't bet it, is on the over.
Really? See, I was leaning towards the under. Now I have to find out if the roof is going to be open or closed. But if the roof is closed, Drew Martin, I'm going to be on the under 10 on that one.
Yeah, I probably won't be involved. So
okay,
go right at it.
J. Happ has been actually excellent recently. He's turning into his vintage form where he's getting strikeouts, not giving up walks, not giving up home runs. Been quite good. So I would be leaning towards the under on that one. I'm going to need to check a little bit more information though, and maybe I'll tweet that one out. I'm starting to tweet out. If I tweet something out on my Twitter and I say it's added to my record, then that gets added officially. Just like I added San Diego team total over last night, baby. And then also had to add the Dodgers second half loser last night. But I might tweet that one out. But yeah, I would be leaning the under in that one. And at that line, I mean, I'm going to stay off it, but it's tempting to take Baltimore there in the plus 170s. Jimenez does sometimes come in and give you like 7 innings, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, 0 runs. And you're like, where did that come from? Excellent start, Jimenez.
Yeah, it's like his Colorado Rockies days.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Hey, we got Tomar saying
for Sorry, go ahead.
Costa Rican dollar is pegged to the American dollar. No, Panama is the one that's pegged to. Yeah, so
actually, they use dollars there.
Okay, Wang Zhou is asking for Wang Zhou, despite the fact that he slammed the hell out of me, saying that he needs a jetpack to get to my low-hanging fruits now, is asking for the low-hanging fruit today. And I think you know what the low-hanging fruit has got to be. It's got to be two of them. It's got to be Arizona team total over 5, and also Cleveland team total over 5.5. Two low-hanging fruits today, both team totals, and I'm liking both of them. They got to be team total overs, I think. Arizona team total over 5, and Cleveland team total over 5.5. What do you think, Drew Martin?
Let it rock.
Let it rock. You would probably say that Milwaukee team total over 5 would probably be low-hanging fruit just to hit Bailey. Really? Yeah. Would you consider that low-hanging fruit? See, how do you know if Bailey's going to come? Because sometimes these starting pitchers do come in and they have one horrific start, and then they have a good start in their second.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. They get their mind right, and it seems like everybody and their brothers on Milwaukee, so that it's making me a little bit more nervous. I liked it more this morning before I came in, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, Drew Martin. All right, you know what? I'm officially pulling my Milwaukee bets. My 2 Milwaukee bets, I'm pulling them.
Does this happen a lot?
I don't mind either. Yeah, it does happen a lot either. That does happen a lot.
No, don't listen to me, man. I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, all right. Yeah, all right. I'm pulling it. Okay. Let's see. If it's raining, the roof is closed. People talking about Toronto weather.
Yeah, it's raining in Toronto. We got guys living in Toronto.
Yeah.
Jim Beam lives in Hamilton.
Very nice.
Do you know Ian Cameron? You guys should grab a beer.
Okay. Apparently, he's fun to drink with.
Yeah, he's awesome to drink with, by the way. Ian Cameron can throw him back.
Really?
That's Peter Frampton.
Really? All right. So,
yeah, he can.
N. Hogg saying, Pete, you like KC first 5. No, I don't, because Fulmer has been good, although you are getting a big line. Again, the KC game, I'm on the under 9.5. I like that one a decent amount, and I like that KC second half at plus 105. Hako Schofield says,
is the fruit too high to pick?
Fruit is too high to pick. No, I'm giving 2 of them. Arizona team total over 5, and the Cleveland team total over 5.5.
All right.
2 low-hanging fruits. All right, let me just get to some of these other. Asang Zolfgahari says Pete Lancelin has never lost to Arizona. Great, but he's really struggling right now. He's really having some major issues, and I'm not convinced that is a Masahiro Tanaka type struggle. I think that Lynn is going to be vulnerable here. All right.
And when you say never lost to Arizona, I mean, we got one team in the Central, one team in the West. How many times have they faced each other?
Right.
So if you know that answer,
it means something. But there's such pitchers can take such stark changes, can make such stark changes for all sorts of reasons. Mechanical issues, usually injuries. So yes, Resonate says, just got here. We all on the Indians today. I am on the Indians team total over, and I'm on the over in that one. There's no way I'm taking the Indians at that high of a line, but I am taking the team total over. All right, okay. N. Hogg says, Pete, Queens, NYC, fucking with you hard, body. All right, nice. Shout out to N. Hogg. All right, let me see. I got a ton of questions. Been a crazy day with Drew Martin sitting next to me.
Yeah, crazy Drew Martin.
Yeah, crazy Drew Martin. Shout out to N. Hogg, Queens, NYC, Queens. You know, a lot of people say when people say what's the best borough in New York City? Like hipsters, a lot of people say Brooklyn. No, it's Queens. Queens is the correct answer to that one. Best borough in Manhattan.
What is the incorrect answer?
The incorrect answer would be Brooklyn.
No.
What? Manhattan. Long Island, right? Long Island. All right. Okay.
Actually, to the guy's name that started with an E, they have faced each other 9 times.
Okay.
So
sure.
Good stat there, man.
Yeah. It's just that
crazy Drew watching porn Tindering Martin.
All right. Okay.
I haven't been able to think of a good nickname. That might be it.
Yeah. So watching porn. Tindering. Okay. I can go with that. That's fine.
Okay. Yes. What's his name? Wang Zhou says, Corbin just make me nervous. Yes, Wang Zhou, it's the Arizona team total over that I'm liking here as the low-hanging fruit. I'm also on Arizona -1, but I'm on the low-hanging fruit. Mark Schillen says, how do you feel about the under in Cleveland, Texas game? Nope. I'm on the over. I'm on the over 9.5 in that one, and I'm on the team total over. I'm taking the over 9.5. Hopefully, Kluber won't have too great of a game. If he does, I'll be screwed. But I'm taking the over in the Texas and Cleveland game. And although Milo Georgiev says under is good, maybe he's referring to Mark Schillen's question about the under in the Cleveland Texas game.
What about Kershaw?
Oh, the Kershaw. Oh God, I mean that one is just it's going to be a pass for me. It's too high of a line, man. I mean minus 220. You know, on the other side, Ramirez, who can be okay. Plus 190, plus 200 at Bookmaker and Chris. If you gave me a free bet on that one, I'd have to take the Angels, you know, at that line. But there's no way I'm touching that one. That's not even a lean. That's a total pass.
Kobe Aaron Valentine. We are doing that next week.
Yes, Pistol Pete gets some Costa Rica girls to dance around in the background. LOL. Yeah, not a bad idea, you know.
Actually, I think that's going to be on Wednesday.
I think next Wednesday's roundtable will have something to do with
rounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to bring a little female side into it. I don't know.
A lot of interesting comments here, and a lot of everyone's asking Tomarino Tomor, what are you liking today? Tomarino Tomor, a very knowledgeable poster, and I can't find his old comments here easily, but Tomarino Tomor, if you want to read what he has to say, I'm sure you can go back and find his comments. Let's see, Tomarino Tomor comments. Tomarino Tomor comments. Atlanta hasn't seen Lamet. Yeah, so Tomarino Tomor feels like he might be liking San Diego here.
Yeah, I like the Padres too, Pete.
Yeah, there you go. Kobe Aaron Valentine, Padres baby. Here's an interesting analysis from Kobe Aaron Valentine. He says, Padres baby, they going to fuck Garcia in the asshole. Okay, that is from Kobe Aaron Valentine, one of our favorite commenters here on the YouTube videos. And
such a compliment.
Yeah,
both look good.
Wang Joe just gave a comment. He says, you are both look good on screen. Ha ha. Very nice comment. God, these posters are awesome.
Can you write your name in English again so I can write it down and figure out how to say it properly? Because I didn't yesterday.
Wang Joe?
Yeah, because that's not how you say it.
I don't know.
I'm asking him. I'm not asking you.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it. All right, let's wrap this show up. We're already getting here to 45 minutes. Again, let me recap all of my picks. I'm on the Cleveland team total over. That's a low-hanging fruit pick. And I'm on Texas and Cleveland over on the full game. I'm on Detroit under 9.5. And I'm on KC second half plus 105. I'm on Arizona -1 and the Arizona team total over 4. That is also a low-hanging play. I'm also on the over in Cubs and Washington. Pittsburgh is a lean as a home dog, but I'm not going to take it. But it's definitely a lean. Let's see. I'm not on the Milwaukee-Cincinnati game. I'm begging off of that one. I am on Minnesota-Boston, first 5 innings over and the full game over at 10. And that's about it. And I'll agree with everyone else who seems to be liking San Diego here. I'm liking them as well. I'll put that one as a lean, not as an official pick, but definitely a lean on that one. And that is just about it. I think that wraps it up. That wraps it up for the show. What do you think, Drew Martin?
I guess you're lean. I'll make it my initial San Diego Padres.
Drew's low-hanging balls of the day.
Yeah.
San Diego Padres.
Okay. All right.
And then, yeah, guys, again, don't forget to check out SBRcontests.com. Please come sign up for a July contest for a chance to win one of 5 tickets down here to come hang out with us because, you know, that sounds great.
Sounds good. All right.
All the party animals, right? Look at all this
Yes.
fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow for the Big Friday card. You going to be sitting in tomorrow, Drew?
I will not. No.
Oh, okay.
No, I think this is a once-a-week thing.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to recruit some.
All right. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Now he's like my security blanket over here. But all right. I'll be back tomorrow for the Friday card. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.